Hello, hello, rosebuds. Sending out peace and love. So yeah, today we're gonna be speaking on the topic. Turn the light on or off? On or off? On. We'll leave the light off. Okay, we don't need our electricity bill skyrocketing any more than it has to. But today's topic is going to be about how to stop seeing or perceiving the good in people. Now, why is this an important topic, Ebony? Well, I'm going to tell you why it's an important topic. The thing is that empaths such as you and I tend to always want to see the good in people, no matter their flaky ways that they show us, or how they at times go out their way to show their behind, to prove something, or in whatever facet, them having to go beyond and besides themselves to ego struck themselves, the measures that they take in order to do that, to make themselves feel good. In the midst of all of that, because people like us are ruled by our heart chakra, we try to view them in that way as well, because we too also know how to be in our ego. When you're in this world, you are bound to be in your ego. But you know what? That's another video that I would like to make, and I'll dive deep into that, because a lot of people don't understand that either. But nonetheless, we're gonna make that another video, because that's another topic that I feel is just as important. But back to these people. It's something that has to drive the ego. Just to touch a little bit on that, we're driving our ego with love. But we must understand that not everybody is driving their ego this way. So, you looking at other people as if they're also ruled by their heart chakra is doing a disservice to yourself, because you're liable to get hurt. You're liable to get toyed with. You're liable to get stepped on. So you must be cognizant to this. Now, one way I would go about dealing with people is to exuberate this main character energy. And the way you do that is either two ways. You can either view people as reflections of yourself, with this whole connecting type of vibe that people like to always throw out there. And in a sense, yeah, that's true. But since we're talking main character energy, and Ebony, I can only come to you in an authentic sense that will probably seep more into your consciousness, into your being, in a way that's effective than a lot of these over repetitive mainstream advices that people tend to give you. So what I'm going to tell you is, yeah, you could indeed view people as reflections of yourself, and you can also view them as NPCs. You know what I mean? And to my comprehension, NPCs are non-playable characters. Now, non-playable characters are like, imagine it this way. Your life is a movie, right? And the focus is on you. You're supposed to be the main character of your life. So these people are more so extras, because it's all about you at the end of the day and how you go about fulfilling the topic of that movie, which hence, if we break it down in a spiritual, Christ conscious, don't want to say Christian, but in a Christ conscious type of way, that is more so seeking to fill the kingdom of God. That's what we're doing when we enacting the narrative, the title, the topic of this quote unquote movie, starring us as the main character, starring you as the main character. So you are not to be affected by extras. You see, the thing is that they made you an extra in your own movie and became the main character in your own movie. All you gotta do is flip the script. Every aspect of your life, especially as you're growing and you're evolving, you're writing the script. It could be in the mode of seriousness, but it's being written out. Some people believe that it's already written, but that's neither here or there. At the end of the day, you could write, backspace, delete, all that, hence edit. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta put the focus back on you. And because of all the experiences that you have already encountered and which have brought you to some sort of enlightenment, that is sort of a foundation that aids you on how to go about and move, you feel me? Move about in these new appearing situations, which is not really so new, because although you may encounter new people in the form of bodies and new situations, you know, really things just be a repeat. Even the people essentially are the same. Yeah, the bodies are different, the names are different, all that stuff. The setting is different, but it be the same type of vibe, because you gotta know everything is energy. Everything is spirit. You only have a few type of spirits in this world. You feel me? And you know how they say real is rare? It's rare that you're gonna bump into another you. Meaning frequency, vibe. However, when you begin to work on you and you do notice the change happening around you, where you do link up with souls that are on your sort of frequency, that is because you have begun to adequately work on yourself. Because when you focus on changing you, your inner world, you as a soul being, your outer world changes as well. Hence, so within, so without. So, I come back to this: see people as they are, not as you would want them to. Seeing people as you are, that's that fairy tale mindset that we're stuck in, because you know, souls like you and me, we come from around where everything is just, sweet. Everything is just sweet. However, if we've come here in this underworld, right, it's this sort of depth layer that your higher self obviously wants you to add into your already beautiful being, and you gotta understand that everything that's working for you, everything here is working for you, not against you. So, just because everything was all gravy in the realm in which we've come from, down here, shit is real. And we gotta see it like that. We can't see it with the lens, with the pink rose colored glasses that we're so used to seeing everything in. Because you got people that is of lower frequency that will just suck you dry if you're gonna be out here tossing your pearls to swine. So you gotta know how to, it's gonna come a period of time when you're gonna be able to dance with both polarities of yourself, when you become in unison with yourself. However, the first step is to see things as they are, not how you would want them to be. Because when you're able to do that, you're not going to be God. It don't matter the person, the title that they hold, what situation you're in. Again, because of your experiences, let's say you are that anomaly that was born and brought up in the most rugged areas. You feel me? You might be different than majority of the people there. However, the experiences there have aided to shape you. So when you even appear in what seems to be of an ideal situation, you're not being just fooled by the outward appearance alone. Because of your experiences and the wisdom that you've acquired, you're able to see things on such a deep level that can't shit get past you. And that is the beauty that's gonna come with learning to see things as they are, see people as who they are, not how you want them or wish them to be, and not see people, not trying to always search the good out in people. As a matter of fact, if you the main character in your movie and they extras, they should be able to prove themselves to you. You might be able to give them a role in your movie that they're able to fulfill, but they don't just come from being an extra to being a co-character in your movie or screenplay. You know what I'm saying? I hope this is making sense. Because this is important, especially for us empaths that taking a lot of energy, and we take it on a whole other type of level. So in creating this sort of filter, because that's what we inevitably have to do, is create this sort of filter that way we soak in nutrients rather than everything. The nutrients and the toxicity that comes, and sometimes because of where we are placed becomes an overload, and next thing you know, we become in the abyss of that instead of rising from it. The whole point of being in the abyss is for you to create the environment. That is something that we understand, and this is something that I want to dive deep into so bad, you know what I mean? But I'm only gonna go so deep in this video. this is pretty much the point. But I will go ahead and leave you with this plant parable that I just thought of not too long ago prior to coming and recording this video. It's this plant, right, that takes in water. However, the water that it's taken is not that good old alkaline water, nor is it that spring water, nor is it that purified water. It's taken in that faucet water. That faucet water that has all sorts of toxicity in it. And although the plant is growing, it's not growing to its best of self. It's not growing at its most optimal level. Now, studies have showed that plants that receive good nutrients, not just a good water, but just someone there that's speaking good affirmations to the plant, you know, affirming the greatness of the plant, talking to the plant nice, is what is aspiring for that plant to grow at its most optimal level, as opposed to the other plants that's not getting that same type of treatment. So I'm saying all of this is, you know, you must guide the type of water that you allow to flow in your life. Because believe it or not, one way or another, it does have an effect on how you yourself evolve in this world. And that's why I'm doing this video, because we have to become cognizant of this. It is extremely important. But I do think you get the gist of what I was saying and where I was going at. So I'm going to leave it right there until we meet again. Bloom, bloom, rosebuds, bloom. Okay? Ciao. Thank you for watching.